Hey guys, BigSquareRoadRoad.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of juice. Today is Essential Greens. It's actually not. This is actually a bottle of cold pressed celery, cucumber, spinach, romaine, kale, lime, parsley. I finished the bottle yesterday and made my own juice yesterday afternoon and refilled the bottle because I'm so eco friendly here in California. As you can tell, we've moved all the plants and vegetables into the greenhouse. Not all of them, but most of them. Two reasons: when we travel, no one's here to water, so nah. People are here to water on occasion. So he said, Amy just rigged up this thing. It's like it's got a fan, it's got water, it goes off on a timer. It's really cool actually. So we put all the plants in here and just nobody has to worry about watering, fire it off. Poof. Although it takes my office and sticks me outside the greenhouse. Not a very successful growing season this year, here at least, at my house. Um, the lemons are doing well, the limes are doing well, jalapenos are doing well, and I think the beets are doing well. That's pretty much our wheelhouse. Everything else is a struggle. Might be due to our lack of green thumb, the soil, the chemtrails, the you name it. But yeah, I got to figure that out because we are moving into that time where we're going to have some food to ride out this little collapse. I don't think it'll be a little collapse. You can even see it on the news. If you watch Zero Hedge, oh my God, every day you go down the articles, it's like, oh my God, the end of the world is tomorrow. But yeah, it could be. At least the end of the banksters' monetary world. A great sign is all this stuff coming out finally about the Russia Gate and all that. That leads into a lot of the crypto people, the crypto cabal, as I call them, will be taken out at some point, which would be great. But yeah, when the banking system collapses, you just better hope to hell that you have your cryptos in your own possession because we're not going to know the price of cryptos if the banks go down. There won't be any exchanges working. You won't be able to sell them for money. Remember, cryptos are priced in dollars, pound, won, and that is 100% contingent upon the banking system up and running. So, I hate to tell you, but now's the time. I don't hate to tell you. I've been saying it for a long, long time. Get your assets in your own possession. Absolutely 100%. Because you will lose them if they are not. I don't care how nice the people are that are holding your gold and silver, how nice the person was that set up your crypto account at Coinbase. It ain't going to be around if the banks go down. You just got to remember that. So get it in your own possession. But the good news is there is such thing as a free lunch. You know how people say there's no such thing as a free lunch out there in the world? In cryptos, there is such thing as a free lunch. And Dick Allgaier has just offered the world a free lunch. I heard him say it. He said, anybody who comes and finds me at Ala Moana Beach in Hawaii and wants to talk cryptos, he's going to buy them lunch. I love it. I love getting Dick in trouble. So go check out Crypto Viewing. It's an excellent discussion with a guy I actually met in Anarchapulco who found Dick on the beach. We were in a Jedi training together with his family. Our buddy Christoph ran a spiritual training session for families, and me and Amy and Will and Erica were there, and this guy and his whole family were there, and his son was awesome. But they found Dick in Hawaii, and Dick's taking them to lunch. And in his interview, in his video today, he offered anybody who finds him at Ala Moana Beach in Hawaii gets a free lunch. So I'm thinking about flying to Hawaii just to find Dick so he can buy me a free lunch. That's my take. So when they say there's no such thing as a free lunch in cryptos, you don't know crypto viewing. You don't know my buddy Dick Allgaier. And he's fun to hang out with. Dick, I'm really afraid that you're going to get like thousands of people sitting there waiting, searching for. It's like, where's Waldo? You'll have to come in a disguise to your favorite place on the beach. Probably not a good idea to offer the free lunch. Anyway, moving on. Cryptos, we're entering a point where cryptos could absolutely go crazy up, down, or sideways. As the old system collapses, not only will all the crypto people be rushing in to panic to get into crypto, these are people already in cryptos, are going to panic to get in crypto. Because all the traders out there with that trader mentality don't understand that hodlers win in the end all the time. Every time, hodlers will win. So anybody short cryptos, you're insane. Anybody having their crypto on an exchange is insane, absolutely insane. Um, and everybody will be panicking to get their hands on some, and it's very hard to get. It will be so hard to get, ridiculously hard to get at any price. And then if we do have a full-on banking collapse, I would say the odds have probably moved from 5% to 20%. Um, then the exchanges will shut down. There will be no coin market cap posting. No, the price of Bitcoin in U.S. dollars is $20,000, $50,000. There won't be any U.S. dollars being traded. The banks go down, the exchanges go down, coin market cap goes down, and then it's how we reboot the system. So yeah, now is the time to be in cryptos, but not thinking about price. Thinking about how many cryptos can I get and what are the most useful cryptos. That's the key as we go forward, because when the banks collapse, obviously cryptos will be part of the solution, and people will say, okay, what's the most useful cryptos? Number one, obviously, we're going to need a means of exchange. That would be Litecoin. I like other cryptos. Bitcoin Cash do well in that scenario. Bitcoin, I don't know how useful is a store of value. In today's day and age, yeah, it's useful. Tomorrow, when we need stuff, we're not going to be thinking, oh, well, where's my store of value? We have to have a store of value. We'll be thinking, oh my God, how do I get buy a cup of coffee, buy medicine? How do I do anything? How do we get these exchanges up and going again? Veritasium had a solution before there was a problem. Something really odd is going on with Veritasium. I don't think it's just the banksters, bad guy banksters, just trying to take him out. It might be that Reggie gets removed from Veritasium. I don't know. I don't know what he did that got them so angry. But something other than threatening to replace their whole job, because you don't need an SEC with the peer-to-peer transaction system and the blockchain. You don't have to trust anybody on the. But yes, absolutely, Veritasium is very centralized. It's a company. It's a software company. So yes, it's going to be centralized. It's not a cryptocurrency. Veritasium will facilitate peer-to-peer capital transactions. That's it. Exchanges, hedge funds. I mean, Reggie saw the big monster picture before the problem was obvious. I knew the problem. The problem was market rigging. Without these criminal rehypothecated markets, exchanges, we won't have the huge problem of market rigging. If we had peer-to-peer transactions where you have something of value to give me to something, to swap something of value, voila. You got no middleman in there rigging the markets. Middlemen meaning Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, your broker dealers, your Fidelities of the world. All those criminals are in the club, and they collude together to rig prices up, down, and sideways. So yes, decentralization is the future. If you have to trust someone, it's going to be hard. If you have to trust someone, it's going to be hard. Which gets me back to Veritasium. Yes, it's a company. Yes, it's a software. But if they take Reggie out for some reason, I don't know what justification they have, but I don't know the inside workings of what they're looking at Very. Um, but then the U.S. government would owe 97% of the Very token. Is that a centralized company when the government owns most of it? Do I trust the government? No, not at all. But the government, like it or not, will be the people deciding how this system goes forward. It will be the people. We will have a say, and hopefully the government goes back to our, at least in the U.S., goes back to our Constitution and says, hey, freedom of choice. Use anything you want. If you get paid taxes, you have to use the U.S. dollar. What is the U.S. dollar? We have Federal Reserve notes now. We're going to have to reinvent the U.S. dollar because there's not enough silver to fulfill that role. It's just not. And there might be enough gold to have a component of gold because it's pretty much been worked out of any other use case other than jewelry. But absolutely, yeah, we don't have enough silver. We don't have enough gold. We have a lot of gold. We don't have enough gold to run a monetary system that we don't need. We don't need a monetary system based on metal. It worked because it was a scarcity issue. The metals were scarce. Well, cryptos have much better scarcity argument because it's a defined scarcity. There's going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Anybody who says, what do you mean? There's forks of Bitcoin, there's Litecoin, there's all these other cryptos, there's millions of cryptos. There's millions of forms of money. There's stocks, there's bonds, there's US dollars, there's yuan, there's derivatives. Yes, absolutely. And everyone will have a use case, and it should be judged by the market, not by a regulator, not by anybody, not by Roger Ver. It should be judged by the market. The best solution should rise to the top. And in a free market, that's what happens. But we don't have free markets. We have controlled markets. Someone was talking about capitalism not being a good, it's proven that capitalism doesn't work. We haven't had capitalism, my friends. None. We've never experienced true capitalism. In true capitalism, all the banks would have crashed and been gone, and the problems would have been solved. The biggest problem is regulators and government jump in to save the poor guy who can't invest for himself and things like that. Those are the people who either shouldn't be in the markets. They have a false sense of confidence because the government is always in there rigging the markets and protecting them. They shouldn't be in the markets. Free markets are dog eat dog. And what would it do? It would completely disappear the market riggers because there won't be enough volume for them. They love their volume. And they use derivatives to increase that. So, and speaking of banksters, XRP and Ripple are fighting. XRP, the crypto, I don't know, crypto token, I don't think it's a currency, is fighting with Ripple, the corporation, because Ripple, the corporation, is selling all their Ripple. What did you expect? Come on, really now. First of all, Ripple solves the problems of the banks. And that was the design of it. That was the whole reason for Ripple. Don't get mad at the Ripple. That was the reason how XRP came about. It's solving a problem for the banksters. And that's what all those partnerships, that's the whole reason it was around, was what Ripple was doing. And now that Ripple's not doing the things that the XRP community want because they're very short-sighted and they're looking at their XRP falling through the floor and they're saying, oh my God, it must be because Ripple's dumping. First of all, you're dealing with bankers. Ripple is the banking cabal. Partnerships with the bankers, all that stuff. What would you expect? They're going to maximize their profit. If they think there's going to be a drop, they're going to short the crap out of it on the side. So don't get mad. the community is basically a bunch of Twitter people, and they have no. If they're talking about forking XRP away from Ripple, cracks me up. Go for it. Do it. Let the free market decide. Remember, Ripple has all these relationships. The only reason XRP has any value is because Ripple set up these relationships with banksters. So, my solution to that is get the hell out of XRP, get the hell away from Ripple. Why do you need them? Nobody. And if the banks go down, there's no use case for XRP. I'm sure you can invent one, but the number one use case was to help the bankers' infrastructure. I'm just saying, don't go Ripple crazy on me or XRP crazy on me in the chat. I'll just have to delete a bunch of XRP. And I don't like deleting people anymore. If you've got something you want to say about why Ripple is hurting the XRP community, don't forget who makes, what is it? Who butters your bread? I think that's the saying. Without Ripple, XRP first of all, wouldn't be around. Second of all, it would have no use case without all those Ripple relationships, banksters. So anyway, good luck with that. See you guys in the chat room. The cleanse. If you guys want to do the cleanse, because people are saying, I want to do the cleanse. We're planning on January, I think Amy said. She wants to get a bunch of things changed on the website. But if you want to check it out, it's the second thing right here, Ruda's 21-day raw food cleanse. A couple of videos. I highly suggest checking out the videos at the bottom with our friend. There's so much here that Amy put into it. Bravo to Amy for doing this. It got me on a different... Look how clean... See how clean the greenhouse was there? And look at it now. Yeah, Amy's put a hell of a lot of work in here. Check out this video with Christoph, our spiritual guru. Really good stuff in here. 3 videos of Amy interviewing Christoph. It's fun just to see Amy work her way into the YouTube space because she was up for a long time. I'm not going on camera. I'm not going on camera. And she did this cleanse, something she's very passionate about and very good at and understands that world. And she was like, I'll go in front of the camera. I want to get this message out. It's awesome. So please, if you're on her Twitter feed, make sure that she knows we need more Amy. We need more Amy out there talking about her perspective on the world. All right. Also wanted to get to, for you guys that are following the collapse of the system, I will be doing a live chat at 1 o'clock Pacific time today. That's 4 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be all about the collapse, where we're going to go, how we're going to do it, my take on what's going to happen. Nobody knows exactly really how it's going to happen. On my Patreon channel, I've done all kinds of updates as to when and where and why. Go check out Patreon. I got my set at the Bitcoin Bin Live conferences on there, in-game project, all kinds of and things I can't talk about like this. Is Jeffrey Epstein dead or on Kinley's Island? I love that stuff. So true. Who knows? There's my friend Dick Allgaier. Check out the Patreon channel. It's only $10 a month. It's well worth it. Lots of exciting things going down. And all of the timeline articles are on there. Timeline videos are on there about when I think it's going to happen, how it's all going to go down. So I'm going to be talking about that at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Pacific time today is the 2nd, Monday the 2nd. So 1 o'clock, I will put a reminder out on YouTube. So YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get the reminder of when I go live. And then you could ask your questions and we'll get to, I want them to be centered around the collapse. Stuff about Deutsche Bank, about what will happen to gold and silver, what will happen to cryptos, how will we even value cryptos, how can we restart the system, stuff like that. So it should be a really good conversation at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit like and then hit subscribe. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you, because YouTube's been taking away a lot of my subscribers. They're like falling away. I'm like, where's everybody? And make sure if you subscribe before, they might have taken you off. So make sure yours says that you're subscribed. And then I will talk to you guys at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern on a live chat.